This is the Bank Nifty daily charts. A phenomenal breakdown today. Bank Nifty broke down almost 1200 odd points, then made some recovery, eventually closing around 850 odd points down. Now, today, or rather this week, the idea was to experiment on our strategy that I have learned in the beginning of November, which is some form of directional selling, option selling. So we wanted to see how much if we do three, four, five, six trades in a day. At the end of the week, how much does it add to our overall profits for the end of the week? Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? So rather than doing our typical straddle triangle strategy, this week we decided to do this directional strategy so we get a sense of how many trades we can do. Is only Bank Nifty enough to get that, or do I need to venture out into, say, the Nifty or some F&O stocks? So this week is entirely based around that. So rather than looking at premiums, even though they're extremely high and there's a lot of decay, we said let's skip this week. Fortunately, worked out better because in a swinging day like this, we would have been on the back foot. So the market yesterday, or rather Friday, closed at 37,970 odd levels, and today opened up gap up 38,232 levels. Essentially, coming into today, I thought this 38,400 levels and this 37,500 levels might be the sort of zones in which the market was going to trade. Market opened up higher and immediately started breaking down. This swing low taken out, and essentially this zone also taken out by about 10:30. But by around this time I had already done potentially two trades. So I had done one around here. So if I move to 5 minute charts, which is kind of the charts that we've been using for today, you could see that over around here we saw some form of recovery, candles moving upwards, and then potentially thinking that the market will stay range bound. Broke down, stop loss hit, and I'm okay with that. And then eventually got another opportunity around this candles here to break, to carry the sort of downward. So got opportunity here, got opportunity here. So there was a lot over here. Also, I took a recovery option, stop loss hit. Then again here got a downward call, got it, downward call, got it. I think here a stop loss was it, and eventually here got a downward call as well. So eventually this strategy was beneficial. You have to be super alert through the day, and you have to be very patient because there are lots of times where the strategy um, is just not available to take the trades. So eventually, what we realized was even though it was profitable for us, I think tomorrow what I'm going to experiment is potentially the Nifty and the Bank Nifty as well. Let me see if I can handle both of them, or maybe Nifty and some stocks, depending on how the morning goes. That's kind of what our plan is. But what my plan for tomorrow is in terms of range is all these were all taken out, right? So this zone taken out, this swing low taken out, this gap which was done, I think in the 1st of October, almost 2 months later, was taken out. Now we've got quite a bit of resistance here, and again I'll mark them before I trade for tomorrow. We've got some here. We mark them in red. We've got definitely one here. We've got one around here as well. So we've got a couple of zones marked. This one is taken out, and I may have a support zone here as well. Let me just see if we can get that checked and marked for tomorrow. So this is kind of what my analysis is. If I look at the daily chart of the Bank Nifty, it's red. I think there might be some selling pressure. This zone here, this 36,500 level is going to be critical. So the low of today is right next to a zone. Whether it holds is going to be critical. So this zone between what I see as this swing high, which is around 37,300 to 36,600 are going to be critical levels. Let me see how the market opens, and if I'm getting an opportunity to potentially do my swing trades, will I get, will I not get? That is kind of what we're looking at. For it to break or sort of take upwards or start doing some recovery, I think this level around 37,500 level might be critical in order for it to continue this movement and sustain, not really touch it and come down, but sustain over this might be really critical because there's another resistance around 37,700. So that's kind of our plan for tomorrow. Again, we're not really carry forwarding positions today. Our overall idea is just to try and do this directional strategies to keep our risk to reward in place, stop losses in place, to ensure that we kind of can maximize from this, adding to our overall strategy that we'll start again maybe Friday, to build all our positions so we can get additional profit by using this strategy.